subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Lookup TV movement now.
From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday, it's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Number 2021, and this is Trending News with me, Nancy Nalima, ready to give you stories that are making headlines in the country, across Africa and the rest of the world in less than 30 minutes. But first, let's take a look at stories that are making headlines.
The news headlines in association
with Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker, another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Ahead on Trending News today, CBC has come under fire and scrutiny from different stakeholders, and today we tell you what Kenyans have to say 4 years after its rollout. IEBC warns politicians against campaigns before set timelines as Chebukati welcomes the 4 new commissioners appointed to join the commission. And IPOA probes fatal shooting of a 17-year-old boy who was fatally shot by police during a botched drag raid in Huruma Estate, Nairobi.
The hashtag is Trending News right here at Lookup TV and at Lookup TV on Twitter, Lookup TV on Facebook, and the SMS number is 20374. The bulletin begins now. Visiting Estonian President Kersti Kaljulaid is on Saturday, scheduled to participate in a cleanup exercise in Nairobi. President Kaljulaid is in the country for a 3-day state visit. The cleanup event, which will be held along Kijabe Street, is organized by Let's Do It Kenya, Nairobi Metropolitan Services, among other companies. It's too slow.
Because we have no power to stand up for ourselves without this support. multilateral system make sure that our independence is sustained and that our prosperity and our development is possible at all. Multilateral community leverages our might in this world. And indeed, you are extremely strong in pushing environment and security issues, and we support you there. In October, we look forward to these discussions. We have been pushing digital security into Security Council because, after all, when we are doing digital transformation, our sovereignty one day will depend that our systems work, that our citizens can log on and they have 24/7, 365, their state ticking along for them. And this indeed is a word of warning. When you are now getting on this path of digitalizing all your government services, people will demand more and more. And you know, Estonian citizens are extremely angry when it's sometimes, you know, system is down for maintenance for 2 hours. Trying to explain Estonian citizens that, let's say, tax board is not working tonight from 23 to 1 o'clock in the morning is a horror for every politician and civil servant. Trying to tell Estonians that, you know, people in the other countries still go to the government offices. Well, first, they don't believe you unless they've lived outside Estonia. And I have to tell you that me, myself, when I once moved away from Estonia and went to live elsewhere, it was this feeling like, why are you sending me to wash the clothes in the river? Washing machine has been invented. And it's not top-notch technology what we do in digital. Actually, it's tried, tested, works every time, the millions of times you work, which means it's cheap. It doesn't demand, broadband. It can function on the mobile phones. And this is important because, you know, the best technology, the expensive technology, like putting a man on the moon, actually benefits very few in the society. Hands up whose life was changed by the fact that somebody landed on the moon. Nobody. Hands up whose life was changed because they got a car, a washing machine. There are many. Indeed, men for cars, women for washing machines. You see, it doesn't need to be a technology which is top-notch and expensive. And this is what is our message. Let's start growing a digital nation in Africa. And let's start from Kenya. You already have digital ID. From here on, you can go from strength to strength. And our businesses around in this room also can advise you, but they will always work with local partners. You know why? Estonian workforce is 650,000 people. Bolt alone, who is really also in your market in 17 towns, employs 300,000 people globally. You see the differences. So our businesses grow your own startup sector. Our digital companies need your legal advice, language skills, and for you to provide maintenance to your own built systems. They do it tailor-made. We are not a big company who says, this is my product, adapt your needs, please. We listen to you, we work with you, and therefore we can really build strong sectoral partnerships. And as we've been discussing today, it would be very useful to start with small babies, because registering every child in a digital system allows you to go for vaccination, schooling, etc. thereafter. Which also brings me to the fact that I am the global advocate for women and children. And if you can make this happen, I will take Kenyan example, run around the world and tell everybody, every child globally can be registered via mobile phone. What are you waiting for? Kenyans did it. And this would be something which we could actually help the whole world to take a huge step ahead. And this is about it. You are now a middle-income country. We are also quite well off. There are so many who are worse off than us. We have to contribute. And, well, I would now like to really raise a glass to Kenya and Estonia. Working together, developing bilateral relations, and helping this world in general run better. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Tomorrow at Kijabe Street, the Estonian president will be there, our own president. We hope he will show up, and I don't know where you will be tomorrow. You can let me know using the SMS number 20374 at Lookup TV on Twitter, Lookup TV on Facebook. And as well, you can also let me know what's trending at this hour, where you are. We'd love to know and get your feedback. And we continue. The competency-based curriculum, which was rolled out in 2017, has elicited a lot of reactions from different stakeholders, and recently, parents have decried the tedious system across social media. However, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha has said that the new CBC education curriculum will continue to be implemented despite complaints from some parents, and he spoke to a few of them, and here is what they had to say.
Speaking at Kakamega Boys High School yesterday, Magoha stated that those who are complaining about the new CBC curriculum have no valid reasons. He also promised that the government is doing everything it can to ensure that the curriculum is implemented without any doubt, adding that parents do not need to fear the high cost of CBC.
Me and my team are going to focus on another legacy project, which is excellent, which is called competency-based curriculum. You are people of the press, go to the classrooms and see whether you think those children should be going to cram for exams or they should be acquiring skills that will help them in the future. There's a lot of rubbish being spoken about cost. There is actually no cost, because if you ask a child, come with a utensil tomorrow, come with a utensil tomorrow. If that child is a Kalenjin in the village, he will come with a Mursik container. That is a utensil.
However, parents and teachers in the country have continued to ask difficult questions regarding the curriculum, while many fear that implementation of the curriculum will not improve the situation and standard of education in the country.
The word competence does not necessarily, measure only, on part of the children. Parents also are involved in terms of, if they are not competent, especially towards the curriculum and basically education, there's no way they'll be in a position to help the children. So unapata zile vitu zenye mtoto anatumwa kutoka kwa shule akuja fanya nyumbani, kama mzazi hana hiyo knowledge, inakuwa ni challenge. Na okay, si kitu mbaya, kwa unapata wazazi wengi at times nikawa walikuwa wanaachilia watoto tu, kazi ni kulipa school fees, mtoto anaachwa yeye aende shule, adili na mwalimu, anakuja home, hata kipewa homework anang'ana peke yake, labda anasaidiwa na peers wake, asaidii na wazazi.
Many parents have also complained about the cost of CBC stationaries and teaching materials, saying that they are expensive.
In terms of providing things that us guys were not being asked to provide earlier, because I have a child who is not in the CBC bracket ya Kombele. So wengine napata it's quite challenging, because napata sijui nafaa nisaidie kutengeneza kifagio, sijui nisaidie kuona kiosha vyombo, nichukue picha, nitume and stuff like that. So it's very challenging, and I should say that it's not, actually it is, because we were not prepared for it. Tulikuwa tumezoea ni mtoto namtuma shule, anaenda anasoma, wewe kazi yako ni kuangalia report form, kuangalia vile anafanya on. But challenge imekuja because hatukuwa tayari kufanya homework ya watoto ama kufanya homework na watoto. So unapata mob labda hajafunzwa kwa shule, anakuambia mwalimu alitupatia hii but hajatuelezea vizuri, so you've got to dig deep. Maybe you go through the textbooks, try and find the content yenye inahitajika pale, you explain to your kid and you help them how to do the homework. It's quite a challenge to the parents also. Yeah.
It should be noted that this CBC curriculum under the 2633 system was introduced by the central government to change the 844 system, which has been in use for 32 years.
Not through a system where you are trained to pass an exam, and when you come out you really can't even speak English. And if you are very fair to yourselves, you will listen to the so-called experts who say 844 is very good. Some of the lawyers now can't speak English. Excuse me, please. If you listen to them, not like lawyers 30 years ago who could speak and you get lost. Now me as a common person who didn't pass in English, I speak better English than some of the lawyers. Why?
This CBC curriculum is designed to emphasize the importance of students getting developing knowledge and also to use the ability in real-life situations. The creators of the competency-based curriculum envision that at the end of the learning period, every learner should have achieved the following competences that include communication and collaboration, critical thinking and problem solving, imagination and creativity, citizenship, learning to learn, self-efficacy, and digital literacy. David Kasembeli, Lookup TV, Nairobi.
And that report by David Kasembeli takes us to our very fast break here on Trending News. But do tell me, what are your thoughts on the CBC rollout? It has been around for the last 5 years now. What are your thoughts? Are you a parent? What is it like doing assignments, homework with your children? Using the SMS number 20374 is where you can engage with me. And let's meet on the other side of the break.
Grow your business, broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542
700-893-542
or email us on sales@luke-up.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Please make those payments and take dinner out the freezer. Enjoy your day off.
Hey.
How was your day?
Great.
Did you pay the bills?
Abby did it.
And the plumber?
Abby did it.
Send money to your mom?
Abby did it.
Who's Abby?
Bank on WhatsApp with Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker. Another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Did you take dinner out the freezer?
Health Check in association with
Natural Juicing Center.
Why you must eat. Starving makes your body demand a lot of food. You tend to eat more because natural hormones turn slow due to not getting enough food. If your lifestyle keeps you busy and you often forget to eat, set reminders. Pack office or school lunches ahead of time so you have no excuse not to eat.
Health Check in association with
Natural Juicing Center. You can now book for any service or order for food supplements on our website www.naturaljuicingcenter.co.ke. You can also visit our center in Kahawa Sukari, house number 1334, Kahawa Sukari Avenue. Natural Juicing Center. Your health is your wealth.
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Lookup TV movement now. Now.
hashtag is trending news. Thank you so much for staying with Look Up TV. Nancy and Lima here, ready to give you stories that are trending at this hour. And looking at social, the CBC is trending. And United HK says the CBC will give you a heart attack at night, referencing to a photo of a scarecrow, saying that a parent was told to help a child make the scarecrow, and now the child is scared of the scarecrow. And just to sample a few more, the CBC class asking students to bring animals to school. There's a photo there of a boy carrying and a lot of dancing, just ridicule if I may. And the CBC asked for a scarecrow, that is Nyakwaro Mugi Ajwang. The parent did the work, but the kid is now scared of the scarecrow. The parent is now forced to ask for permission from work to drop it off at school in a matatu. It looks like it's a lot of work for a lot of parents. And just to read one more before we continue with the bulletin, just one more. Nairobi, Ghana says this CBC itatuonyesha maneno. That is it. Keep the comments coming in at Look Up TV on Twitter, Look Up TV on Facebook. 20374 is the SMS number that you can use to connect with us right here on Trending News. And let's continue. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOR, has today launched a probe into the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old boy in Nairobi's Kiamaiko area. Haila Asanake died after allegedly being hit by a stray bullet during an operation conducted by police in the area at around 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. Tracy Mbide has more on that story.
Police incident report, officers from the DCI in Pangani were on patrol when they came across a suspicious motor vehicle, KCW 777G. The officers then stopped the vehicle, and upon alighting from his car, a scuffle followed, causing a commotion where members of the public started to gather and throw stones at the officers. This prompted them to shoot into the air and scatter the crowd, where a stray bullet hit Sanake. He was then rushed to Jumia Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. In March 2020, a similar incident also occurred in the Kiamaiko area after Yasin Hussein Moyo, who was only 13 years old, was shot in the stomach as police were enforcing the COVID curfew. Moyo had been standing on his third-floor balcony watching police storm the neighborhood as they enforced the curfew when a police bullet struck him in the stomach, causing him to bleed to death. According to the IPOA chairperson Ann Makori, IPOA is to obtain all the necessary information, including statements from police officers, that may be useful in unveiling the circumstances surrounding the death of Asanake. Makori confirmed that a rapid response team had been sent to the area, ensuring that the family of the young man gets justice. Tracy Mbide, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Tracy Mbide, for that story. And moving on, the Ethics Anti-Corruption Commission has launched a probe into allegations of embezzlement and ghost workers at Moi University in Eldoret. The commission says it has received reports of a bloated payroll at the institution due to the ghost workers and intends to determine their veracity. Calvin Kodalo has more.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has launched a probe into allegations of embezzlement of funds and the presence of ghost workers at Moi University. EACC says it has received reports of a bloated payroll caused by payments made to ghost workers. In a letter sent to the institution's Vice-Chancellor Isaac Kosgei, EACC is seeking original documents to support the payment of the salary and allowances made to both teaching and non-teaching staff at the institution since July 2018. EACC North Rift Regional Boss Jafeth Baithalu has confirmed the reports but maintains that the issues raised remain allegations at this point. On his part, Vice-Chancellor Isaac Kosgei has said the allegations are just hearsay, adding that the institution is well run and may only be dealing with what he terms are historical issues. A recent report by the university's funding board has found that public universities' debt levels rose to 57 billion Kenya shillings by April this year. The report revealed that public universities have struggled to make statutory payments to government agencies like KRA, NHIF, and NSSF. Universities are also facing cash flow challenges brought about by declining student enrollment.
Thank you, Calvin. And now we cross over to the borders. We look at our international scene, where Guinea's military has called on banks to freeze all government-related accounts so as to secure the state asset. This order affects individuals in the outgoing government under President Conde. Still on African news, residents in Nigeria's northwestern Zamfara estate will not be able to access internet for 2 weeks following a security exercise to curb banditry crimes in the region. This and more on our international roundup.
Guinea's military junta has asked banks to freeze all government-related accounts so as to secure state assets. The order affects institutional and individual accounts of the outgoing government. Senior officials in the overthrown government will not be able to access their accounts. The coup leader said this was ahead to end rampant corruption, mismanagement, and human rights abuse. West African Regional Bloc ECOWAS has deployed a mission to hold talk forums with the Guinea authorities, calling for the release of President Condé. Still in West Africa, residents in Nigeria's northwestern Zamfara state are under a government directive to shut down internet and phone communications to combat banditry and ransom-seeking crimes in the region. Now in its sixth day, mobile network providers were directed to shut down communications by Nigeria's telecom regulator for 2 weeks. This is to provide room for relevant security agencies to address the insecurity challenge in the state, giving an upper hand against the bandits. 73 students were kidnapped from a state-run high school in Zamfara's Maradun district. Military authorities are on the pursuit of hideouts for criminal gangs known locally as bandits, although this comes at a cost of various businesses run in the state. Residents, however, support the 2 weeks exercise. Soldiers went through forests in pursuit of the bandits as many locals trooped into neighboring states where they can make phone calls. Prominent among the sting of kidnappings was the abduction of over 2,000 schoolgirls in the state. Wealthy countries such as France and Israel are planning to administer third shots of the COVID-19 vaccine due to concerns that immunity from the standard 2 shots is wanting. African Center for Disease Control and Prevention Director John Kengasong raised concerns over rich countries that were disregarding World Health Organization advice to hold off from booster shots until more people were fully vaccinated across the world. He argued, saying enough science has not been seen behind booster shots. Kengasong added, saying it is not known at what point immunity drops to a level it stops offering protection to the system, and without that science, it is surely a gamble. The global program providing COVID vaccine to poor nations is on course to fall nearly 30% short of its mission of 2 billion shots this year. The COVAX program also called on rich countries that had met their domestic needs to forfeit volumes rather than administer third shots. On Thursday, WHO's African head Matshidiso Moeti also added to call on wealthy countries to share vaccine supplies, saying it is urgent for Africa to catch up in the vaccination exercise. Third shot programs will make it difficult for Africa to meet its target of 60 to 7% population vaccination. Only 3% of the continent has been vaccinated, with many at risk since coronavirus continues to evolve. Cecilia Lubanga reporting for Lookup TV, Nairobi.
Right, and it's about time that we move to some sporting action. What is happening in the field? Following the brilliant display from Vihiga Queens that saw them earn a spot in the CAF Women's League, Simba Queens from Tanzania is eyeing 3 of their standout players. This follows a recent trend of Kenyan players shifting base to the neighboring country. We put into focus the players who have signed for Tanzanian clubs and how different the leagues in the 2 countries are. Alvin Hayumbi now reports.
It is not the first time neighbors Tanzania are seeking talented players from Kenya. One of those to ply his trade there is former Tusker player Moses Odhiambo, who played for Moro United, Simba Soccer Club, and Yanga, and now plays for Kenyan side Sofapaka. Another is midfielder Jerry Santo, who has played for 7 different clubs, including Simba Soccer Club, where he played at from 2009 and 2011. Francis Kahata is another one who switched clubs to play for Tanzanian giants Simba Soccer Club after the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations competition. He won 3 titles, including the league title, in his first season. George Owino, a defender who was banned by World Football Governing Body FIFA for match fixing, is another one who plied his trade for arch rivals Simba and Yanga in Tanzania. Former Gor Mahia defender Joash Onyango is the latest player to have signed for Simba Soccer Club. Onyango represented Gor Mahia in Continental Cup competitions. Batha Omita, who plays for Simba Queens and also doubles up as a key Harambee Starlets player, once played for Kisumu All-Stars. Gentrix Shikangwa, Violet Wanyonyi, and Teresa Engesha are the latest to be scouted by Simba Queens. All these transfers signify that Tanzanian football bodies have laid out strategies to ensure that they attract talented players from different countries. Francis Kahata admits that the quality of football in Kenya dipped since the exit of sponsorships. He added that having played in Tanzania, the clubs help market local football, something that is rare in Kenya. Alvin Khayumbi, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Alvin Khayumbi, and that report brings us to a close here on Trending News. That's what's trending at this hour. But just to sample some of your feedback, which is very to us. Brian Mwai Okech says, watching from Syokimau, looking forward to a Kenya-Estonia bilateral relations. Thank you, Mwai. Stephanie Thess says, may the family of the 17-year-old get justice. Sad story. And Stephanie says, watching from Air Center, looking forward to the end of police brutality. Good job, Look Up TV. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And we value your feedback, so keep those comments coming. 20374 is the SMS number. At Look Up TV on Twitter, Look Up TV on Facebook. And I'll tell you what's going to be trending this weekend. Tomorrow, with being a Saturday, Kids Connection. We have Sunday service as well as our live Sunday service coverage right here on Look Up TV on Saturday. Great testimonials, why I did it, and this is my story. Do keep it Look Up TV for the rest of the weekend. That's what's up. I am Nancy Nalima. Thank you so much for watching. Do have yourselves a lovely evening and a great weekend ahead.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to views@look-up.tv. We can't wait to hear from you. Want to grow your business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542
700 893 542
or email us on sales@look-up.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Look Up TV movement now. The following program is rated PG. Parental guidance is recommended.
It's time for Hey Kids, Let's Cook.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm Sigmy. Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm Brent. I'm Lindsay. I'm Ileana.